Look who's coming to Fredericksburg. It is Joyce DeWitt. And Joyce, you are coming back to Fredericksburg.
I am indeed, and happily so. I enjoyed working at Riverside very, very much, and working with Patrick in particular. So I'm delighted to be invited back.
Joyce is going to be working with the wonderfully talented Robert Biederman, who was in Bright Star. He played Alice's father, and he did Grumpy Old Men with us, and Robert's just a terrific actor. So she's going to be in good hands, and Robert's really looking forward to working with Joyce.
Well, Joyce, this Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, what a great production in these times.
I think so, too. I think the timing of choosing this play was very wise and sensitive. We're all, as a people here in this country and in the world at large, quite frankly, are looking at the issue of race and prejudice and so on and so forth. And this play is an opportunity to do that in a safe environment where everyone's gathering together to reflect on such ideas, but at the same time to be entertained and to enjoy the interaction. A well-written piece that talks about something serious or meaningful is well-written if, in fact, it doesn't beat you over the head, but it entertains you and takes you through the story of human beings while focusing or sharing about the subject at hand. And this is a good piece of writing in that way. So I think people will enjoy the night. There are moments in it that are very humorous and others that are very touching. It's that wonderful combination, much like on Golden Pond was, that you mentioned at my doing with Joe. It was that combination of many times being truly funny and other times deeply touching. That's beautiful storytelling. So I'm looking forward to it.
And it has that, like on Golden Pond, that nice yin and yang of the comedy and the emotional and the touching, because I remember when we did on Golden Pond, Joyce, and boy, how that resonated with our audiences, and they loved every minute of it, and the relationship that you and Joe had on stage. But so many people remarked on the difference between the film, which, people were going to stay away from seeing the play, and then when they would come in, everybody remarked on they didn't realize that it was as funny as it was. And I think that
for whatever reason, Patrick, when they translated the play to film, they did not take the humor.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that was not Henry's style, and they didn't, because the weight of the humor lies in that character, in the husband's character. And I don't know whether or not they wrote more for him, or whether they just didn't recognize, they didn't know how to do both. But they definitely left the humor out of the film script, and that was stunning.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have you back, Joyce, because I mean, again, the subject matter here for our times, and Patrick really looks for those kinds of things in what's happening in today's world, and can't wait. I'm sure that you did such a great job with On Golden Pond, and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner will be a real treat for this area.
I hope so, because I look forward to doing it. It's a good story, and it's material worth paying attention to, as you say, at this particular time. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope the audiences will enjoy what we will offer.
Yeah,
we will do our best to make it worthy.
One of the things I always say here, and I think you will agree with me, is that as artists, as performers, as directors, as everybody involved in what we do, we're here to entertain people. People come into the theater and they want to get away from their troubles, and they want to laugh and maybe cry and have a good time. But I always believe that we go that one step further, and when we can do things that might provoke some thought or change some minds or make people look at the world in a different way, then that's an added bonus to what we do. Would you agree?
Yes. It's one of the purposes of theater is to teach or evolve, but it needs to be done gracefully, in my opinion, and I think this play does it gracefully, which is lovely, because the first thing that's happening is that people are entertained. They're taken through a story, sharing the lives of human beings, and then in the background there is this teaching this let's focus on something of large importance to all of us as human beings.
Right.
But it's not beaten over their head. So there's a gracefulness about the way the play brings that to the fore. And that has so much to do with the Matt Drayton character.
Yeah.
I mean, so much of the weight of this play lies in that character.
Yeah.
And how it's executed. And so I'm really looking forward to meeting Robert and seeing where he's going to go with this.
Yeah,
I'm also looking forward to meeting Anita Gonzalez, our director.
Yes, yes.
I've enjoyed our conversations on the phone very much, and her background is so marvelous. I'm sure she's going to be terrific. So I'm really looking forward to meeting her and working with her.
Yeah, it's truly a really spectacular cast. And you'll be working with, did I tell you Alan Hoffman is going to play the Monsignor?
No, you didn't. So it'll be nice to work with Alan again.
Yeah. So
how nice.
Yeah, we had another gentleman that was sort of the runner-up to Robert for when Robert was going to play the Monsignor, and I reached out to him, and believe it or not, he said, "Oh my God, this would be great," and then got back to me, and he's got a health issue, and so he
my heavens.
wasn't going to be able to do it. So I thought, Alan might be a little young, but why not? He's such a terrific actor.
Yeah,
so, I think you're going to be amongst some old friends and new friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful. I'm glad Alan's going to come back and join us.
Yeah.
Well, Joyce DeWitt, can't wait to have you back in Fredericksburg, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, Ted. I enjoyed my time in Fredericksburg. The people there are just so delightful. They're so kind. So I look forward to being back in that environment again very much, and very soon, actually.
Yeah.
We'll go into rehearsals in about 2 weeks, because we open on the 20th of July and run through September 4th.
Yeah.
So it's imminent.